What's up, guys? JeramieLu Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am very excited today to be showing you a really cool film edit that we're doing on this shoot I did with Allura a couple weeks ago. I'm a little bit behind on my editing, but I got to get this stuff done. Heading to Hawaii next week, so I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can. This is a very fun shoot that we did. We just kind of went out to the desert and just did a really cool shoot. But before we get into this actual edit itself, if you guys are new to the channel, and you're a photographer, or you're into photography, or videography, or entrepreneur, or dad life, go ahead and give me a subscribe so you guys can see a little bit more about what I do and who I am. And if this video helps you out in any way, please subscribe. So as you can tell right now, I have something going on here. I just updated the RAM on my computer, so this is a little test with it as well. Right now we're working with the Palette Gear system at palettegear.com, just our regular Mac keyboard. And then our Wacom Medium memory cards and stuff right there, because it's a busy world here that we're living in. All this stuff is going to be converted into a new studio, so this desk is going to be gone, changed into something else, which is nice because it's getting a little dirty and it's starting to bug me. So before we get into this, let's show you guys what this image was all about. We can come into here and hit our I button. This was shot at 1/200th of a second, f2.8 ISO 100 with a 50mm Sigma art lens on a Canon 5D Mark IV. Simple stuff. So what we're going to do here is I want to create a little bit of film edit, a little bit editorial look to this. So I already kind of played with it, reset it. Let's see if I can redo what I was going to do. I'm using the Visco presets here. This is a 400H -1 +++. I have no idea what those numbers mean. I just always push buttons and do stuff like this. So I'm going to hit that preset. This is going to be the start of everything. And then I'm going to use my palette gear here to kind of bring down my exposure. You can set all these buttons to do different things within the within your bars here. So I'm going to bring that exposure down just a little. And I already know that I want to up my contrast just a little, give a little bit of a pop. There's a little bit of grain in here already. Highlights have gone down, shadows have gone up, whites. I love playing with these presets. They're super fun. I don't like them for regular clients, but I like them for these. We're going to go ahead and play with the color tone here a little bit. I want this a little cooler. And then I want that red to kind of pop up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of magenta to everything. Just like that. And then I want to just kind of bring down the back. So I'm going to add a little bit of vignetting to the side here. More of a midpoint than anything else. Beautiful. Just like that. And then we're going to up our clarity. Just a little bit here, guys. Actually, I lied. We're playing with magenta. Oh, my buttons did something weird. All right, we'll do it this way. I'll fix it later. Cool. Just a little bit of a pop there. Let's open this up and see what it's doing to me, huh? Basic 10. Oh, duh, because I'm an idiot. My clarity's right here. Look how cool this thing is. Let's just check. Okay, I'm always a checker. Awesome. So we got that. What I love about this shot is that it's shot up on her, so it's making her look a little bit taller. I'm kind of blending her in, blending her into the background, but not. So we have this really cool sharp contrast right here that happens, but it flows nicely. Her purple hair flows into the white, so that it's not blowing anything out particularly. She's all in shade, and she's holding this really cool hat that I want to emphasize just a little bit more. So now we're going to start with our brushes. We're going to go into our brushes. I already have skin smoothing selected here. Make this a little bit smaller. This is just reducing the clarity of your image, guys. So I reduce the clarity, up the sharpness just a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of paint around just the skin. I'm going to do all the same here, and I have it at -70, but it doesn't mean you have to leave it there. So what I'm going to do is actually bring this up. Since I did a soft paint everywhere, I'm going to bring this up just a little. Boom, just like that. So we're going to look a little before, after. This is kind of where we're at right now with this image. I'm really liking this, guys. Really liking this. And then the next thing that I always do is I always go in a little bit of dodge and burn here. So we're going to dodge first the whole image. We're going to go into our dodge, and what a dodge is it's just enhancing our exposure. So it's making things a little bit brighter to keep it simple for you guys. And what we can do with this is we can just paint any little dark spots that we feel are dark, and all these little highlights will kind of pop out just a little bit more for us. So I want you guys to see a little bit more of this hat. it always looks super weird as I'm doing it. I always feel like as I'm painting, I'm like, oh my god, that's super bright. And then once I stare at it a little bit, stop looking at it and then look back, then it starts to feel a little bit better for me. So we're gonna kind of do this. Maybe just pop in. Maybe just pop into the eyes right here. So normally I hate grain, guys. I hate grain. This image works. When I was playing with it earlier, I kept going back and forth with the grain, and finally it worked. All right, now we're going to go new brush. We're going to go into our burn. Our burn just makes everything darker, right? This goes back to the film times, film stuff. Perfect. Make this a little darker. Here we're going to emphasize some things. Make this just a little darker. So Alora has amazing lips, so we're gonna make this part dark just right there. And this is still a naturally lit shot, so I don't want anything too crazy to happen to it. But I do like to emphasize these, make it a little contrasty, live it up a little. Boom. Looking at this image, guys, I am very happy right now. You know what I'm not happy about? Her eyes. As I stare at her eyes, I don't like it anymore. Let's bring, which one did I have I'm going to erase what I did right here on the eyes. It just looks fake. When you back up, it just looks a little fake. So we're just going to erase that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, better. I like that. I want this very cool editorial vibe, so I don't want it too photoshopped. I want it to look a little natural, but it looks like we put some work into it. That's it for this image, guys. That was a cool 6-minute video. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Comment below if you would have done something differently. I'm about to do a black and white version of this as well, of a different photo, so stay tuned for that. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will talk to you later.